Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Libra, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Libra. Sorry, I'm getting over a little cold, so my voice is even more hoarse than normal, but we're gonna just work through it. I did a mini meditation before I turned on the camera, and I'm gonna read to you what I saw and then hold it up so you can take a screenshot. I saw sacred geometry, so kind of tree of life, Metatron's cube, some kind of sacred geometry. An alert button or an alarm button, like a red button on a wall that you would press in case of emergency. A vintage gold ring. A creek. Sorry about that. A jet pack or a fighter jet, something with a jet. Needles. I couldn't really discern. What I really saw was kind of push pins, but I wrote needles because then I saw pine needles, so needles may be relevant somehow. Veneers, like teeth, veneers. Perfume, clover, and this is an interesting one. I don't know if any of you have seen that story, but within the last, I want to say 6 months maybe, from when I'm filming this video, there was a very, very famous tree, and I believe it was in England, Wales? Now I don't know. It's in Great Britain somewhere. A very famous tree that was kind of straddling along this rock wall, and it was like 500 years old or something crazy. It was just like a beautiful resting tree that was historic, and somebody came along and decided to cut that tree down, and it was like the loss of a national treasure. It was pretty, confusing as to why anyone would want to cut that down. But anyway, that's what I saw. I don't know how that's relevant to you, your situation. You may see a story about it come across your path. If any of these things appear along your path, it's just confirmation that your spirit guides are speaking to you. You know what's crazy? I have this little, it's called a God box, I guess, on my desk, and it didn't occur to me until just this very moment because I wasn't looking at it before, but it's kind of like this. Kind of like this, cut down. Kind of looked like this kind of tree. So, it's crazy. I haven't opened this box in forever. I'm trying to look and see what's inside. Inside there was a crystal I had forgotten about, an aura quartz. So I have not opened that box in forever. So I'm just gonna put it on the desk for your reading today. You might want to pick up a piece of aura quartz. This has a lot to do with fae energy, like fairy energy, magic, rainbows and magic. So that will be a part of your reading. I'm going to take one card from the Shaman's Dream Oracle and do your reading today with the Light Seers Tarot. Thankfully, I'm starting to get my voice back. For Capricorn, it was just a nightmare. Could not, I think I just sounded very hoarse throughout that whole reading. But I'm starting to get my voice back a little bit now. So thank you, Spirit. Cards have been pre-shuffled. I'm going to shuffle now for the overall energy for Libra, please, Spirit. Thank you. 3 cards came. Okay, it's interesting. 3 cards came out for you. 3 cards, I believe, came out for Taurus. I don't usually take this many for the overall energy, but once it come out. And the first card says the Wall. So take that as a synchronicity with the tree on the wall. Obstacles. Maybe that person thought it was an obstacle. I don't know. Why did that person cut that tree down? I don't know. The Wall, obstacles, number 56, which reduces to an 11. 11 in the major arcana is the Justice card. That's your energy, Libra. You showed up in your own reading. However, the way that you showed up is very interesting because there could be something here where you're just having, it's hard to tell because it's kind of dark, but there's like these rocks that are almost like steps. And there's this opening here, and behind it is this moon energy right there. There's like an opening. It's almost like a keyhole. So I feel as though it's not simply that you're coming up against a proverbial brick wall, but it's almost so like you're having to climb stairs. You're like having to staircase your energy somehow. Lost in space, needing direction, number 36, which is a 9, which is the Hermit card in the major arcana. Needing direction. You could be going through a dark night of the soul. I almost feel as though you've been through several dark nights of the soul, in whoever, whatever Libra I'm talking to, been through several dark nights of the soul in their life, and going through another one, going through some deep healing, some reassessment. And the number 14, Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Number 5, which is the Hierophant. 14 is the Temperance card. We don't reduce this one. You may be looking to spiritual leaders at this time for some guidance, which is why I could have said the Spirit wanted me to say the Hierophant. You know what this reminds me of? So there's like a sailboat, and then these look like big walls. There's a project that's happening, I believe, in Saudi Arabia. God, what is that project called? They're doing construction on it now. And it's going to be this, like, I don't even know how many miles this thing is going to be, where it looks kind of like this. It's going to be an entire city within these narrow 2 walls. It's going to be entire city, like full ecosystem. They're sparing no expense. For some reason, that's coming up in your reading right now. So you may have dealings in England, in Saudi Arabia. Take it as it resonates. Whatever obstacles that are in your path, it's also, you're taking on this attitude of trying to be more in the flow. And yes, you may need direction, but you're trying to take this attitude that, look, I'm dealing with some tough things at the moment. I'm just going to put one foot in front of the other. That's what I just heard. So we're going to pull 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and advice from Spirit. For Libra, please, Spirit, Libra. Thank you. Libra. Okay, they told me to look at the bottom of the deck, so I will. 3 of Wands in the reverse. There could have been something that you were waiting for that it's like you made a decision finally to jump in the water. So the 3 of Wands in the upright, and especially in this deck, in this card, I always point out the fact that she has a surfboard in her hand, but she's not in the water. 3 of Wands can talk about waiting, like waiting for the perfect moment that will never come, because, you know, are there perfect moments or are there just moments? Especially when it comes to the minor arcana. The minor arcana are cards whose energy you and I can influence in our day-to-day lives. When we're talking about something like the Temperance energy, that's a major arcana, and so it's divinely guided. We're talking about divine timing, that's slightly different. So there could have been something that you were waiting for in the past, but with the card in reverse, it's like you decided to jump in the water, see where it leads you. So that's in the subconscious energies that Spirit wanted me to bring forth for you today. In the past energy, you got the Sun card in the reverse. Leo energy, number 19, with the Page of Cups in reverse. Let's talk about the Page of Cups for a second. This card talks about an authentic gesture of love. A small gesture, though. Could be an apology or an offering that you may have been waiting for. But it's almost as if, you know, you were thinking, so just go with this scenario, just take it as it resonates. I'm seeing a situation where, like, there was a falling out, disagreement of some kind, and you could have been waiting for either an apology or a gesture of a reconciliation. You didn't feel like you were necessarily in the wrong, so you were waiting because you were hoping that this apology or gesture would clarify and illuminate the situation. And what ended up happening was that never came to pass. It's almost as if you never got your apology, and then you kind of had to sit there with it. And this energy here is you saying, okay, I'm moving forward now. I'm jumping in the water. I don't know where I'm headed. But I need to move forward. I can't wait. I have to get closure on my own. I have to get closure on my own. Asking for a clarifier for the Sun in the reverse. This is your past energy. For the Sun, thank you, in reverse. 2 cards came out. The 5 of Wands in reverse and the High Priestess. 5 of Wands in the upright can talk about chaos and conflict. You can see here, I read these as the same person. So it's almost like you, in your heart, in your mind, in your gut, it's kind of like you're just in the upright. This card is like you're stepping all over yourself. You're like climbing on top of yourself, kind of like I said here, right? Climbing on top of yourself to try and get somewhere, to try and elevate, to try and, you know, but then it's like lost in space. It's like, where are we actually going? Where are we headed? But what's beautiful is that you got the High Priestess, Pisces energy, major arcana number 2. And it talks about somebody who sits at the veil between worlds, very, very psychic, mute, all-seeing, all-knowing, says nothing. So there could have been a part of you that said, okay, I'm being guided to jump in the water, to move forward now, to move past this chaos and conflict within myself. I'm not interested in holding on to even grudges anymore. I just want to move on with my life. And something within you, like your intuition, is telling you that that's the right move. Otherwise, you may be waiting forever for an apology that will not come. It's interesting. I don't know if you can see this kind of flickering right here. I have a candle lit to this side of me, and I'm noticing that flickering behind me. It's almost like it reminded me of like the sun hitting the ocean and just these reflections of the sun's light kind of like dancing off the water. I don't know why that's relevant, but it feels relevant to you. Maybe you're going on a vacation or something, and if you see that image, it's almost like spirit wants you to know in that moment that they're with you, right? I mean, they're always with you, but it's like your sign. If you see some kind of reflection off of the water. Why is that relevant? That feels very relevant. Thank you, Spirit. I don't need to know why. I just need to tell you. In your present energy, you now have another major arcana. This time it's the Hanged Man in reverse. This is Virgo energy, clarified by the Three of Cups. See, it's this moving on. It's this getting together with soul tribe, soul family, recognizing there are higher purposes at stake. There's a divine calling and a path that is greater than whatever the situation in your past would have had you believe. With the Hanged Man in the reverse, it's like you're coming out of the tree of knowledge after having made a sacrifice to go into that tree in the first place, to get a perspective, because you were too close to the wall. Anytime I talk about the Hanged Man, and a lot of times when I talk about the Hanged Man, it's talking about like, if you are too close to the wall, you can't see your way around it. So you have to pull yourself way, 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 way back. And that's exactly what you're doing at this time. You're pulling yourself back in order to understand how to overcome this situation. And I hear that song, it's like, I think it's Joe Cocker, with a little help from my friends. I feel like it was originally the Beatles, with a little something, I have a little help from my friends. I have a little help from my friends. Four of Wands. You're building something new for yourself. Very stable and a solid foundation. You could be building an actual home. I know one Libra that's building a home. You could be building a home or just planting roots in a certain way that you're driving forward with something, though. It's like it's not at the idea stage, it's at the action stage. And there's so much reason to celebrate. These are two cards of celebration. This is also known as the 1111 card. I also see the tambourine in her hand. Anytime you see like musical instruments, it talks about vibration, high vibration. I don't know when I just said hi. I just thought, hi, like that. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, I guess in Japanese, when they say hi, it's like yes or affirmative. I don't know. Somebody correct me on that. I'm not sure, but I heard that hi, hi. So you could be Japanese. You could speak Japanese. Japanese culture could be relevant. There's something to your reading. I'm getting a lot of worldly energies. I don't see the world here, but I'm getting a lot of that, like England, Saudi Arabia, now Japan. You could be really on your way to travel. Ace of Wands in your future potential. Remember I was talking about action, the action stage? This is Spirit bringing in something really beautiful. An opportunity to move into an abundant direction. And I just want to focus your attention on the fact that the High Priestess and the Ace of Wands look so similar. Closed eyes, activated crown chakra, activated third eye chakra. A sense of peacefulness, a sense of knowingness. This is your future energy. You are absolutely in the position to make that first step. However, it is clarified by another very powerful energy, the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is Cancer energy. When I see the Queen of Cups in reverse, I think about self-care. It's all about self-care. So this could have something to do with self-improvement, with, I wanted to say regaining good health. So I don't know if any of you have been ill recently, but Spirit is kind of drawing your attention to the fact that it's imperative that you really start looking at your health, that you go to your doctor, and that you listen to your body, you heed the advice of people that are wiser than you in these arenas, that if Spirit is showing you a sign, a video, somebody, says, have you eaten a vegetable lately? These are messages, right, from Spirit. Because there's so much you have to work on. There's so much you have to do. There's so much exciting new potential here. And Spirit says you need to be in the right state of mind and in the right state of health to be able to do them. I'm going to get a clarifier on this Ace of Wands. What is it, Spirit? What's the new beginning? The exciting new endeavor for Libra. Okay, four cards came out. Six of Cups in the reverse. The Emperor in the reverse. The Eight of Cups in the reverse. The Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, we're going to start with this one. Talks about planting a seed, watching it grow, watching it flourish, and then being at this point of deliberation where you ask yourself, will I continue along the path of cultivating this, or am I going to embark on a new journey, in a new investment? It's so funny, like, here's the kind of, it feels like a wall in that tree again. Very interesting. Six of Cups in the reverse is kind of keeping your attention on the present moment, not really looking back to the past. Although the Eight of Cups coming out here, it does represent a kind of homecoming, because this card in the upright means to walk away. So in the reverse, it kind of represents a kind of homecoming, to come back. Not necessarily to rehash the past, but rather to try and return to a sense of empowerment. That sense of empowerment with the Emperor card here may have been, you may have been at odds with that sense of empowerment for a while. You could have been feeling like you lacked resources or time or opportunity, and your spirit is saying that's going to be alleviated. That feeling that perhaps you had the feeling that nothing good was coming, and spirit is saying on the contrary. And their advice, the Six of Swords, it's kind of like hold your position. You know, there's this card here, obstacles and needing direction, and then experiencing life as it comes. Spirit is saying, hold your position. The Six of Swords talks about moving away from something. Be patient, hold your position. You're not quite in the space with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. You're not quite in the space to move just yet. Right? It's kind of affirming the Emperor in reverse. So basically, Spirit is saying, look, in the future potential, we're bringing it. Oh, I'm hearing that song. I guess it's by Pitbull? I don't know. I'm not hip to the kids. But there's a song, and it goes, we're bringing it, we're bringing it, we're bringing it back. I'm sure you have heard it. It's on every video, on everything. It's just they use that, we're bringing it, we're bringing it, we're bringing it back. And I think the song is called Gasoline. I think. Maybe I'm mistaken about that. I'm sorry if I am. But like that, whatever that message is, that's what's coming in. Gasoline. It's like lighting the fire, having fuel for the fire. And Spirit is saying, we are going to bring that fire to you. That excitement, that new opportunity. But for the moment, just for the moment, just for now, just for now. Oh, that's something. Sorry, I'm being pulled into something else again. I'm a master of Reiki, and in Reiki practice, you know, there's these like mantras that you say. It's like, just for now, just for this moment, you know, I shall not hold anger. I have to brush up on it, but just for now, just for this moment, hold your position. Spirit is bringing something for you. You could be impatient about it. You're just like, Spirit, I'm up against this wall. I feel like I'm backed into a corner. I need you to tell me where to go. Because right now I might be drifting. And Spirit is saying, I know. You could be drifting at this time. Hold your position. The answers will come. The answers will come. Your fear is what is wanting to move you out of a situation. Quiet the mind and listen to the intuition, because part of your intuition probably is telling you to hold, that Spirit is going to bring it to you, but to hold. Look, 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 look. See, I asked for a clarifier. You got the Fool card in the reverse. It's not time to take that leap. It's not time to take that big leap yet. You got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Don't try anything shisty. Nothing shisty, nothing thievery, nothing tricky. Don't try to cut your losses and run. That's not what it is. It's all about wish fulfillment and healing. You put some manifestation out there, Libra. Trust in Spirit to bring it to you. Trust. You must trust. That's what they're saying. You must trust. Just work on your one step at a time. Work on your stability. Thank you, Spirit. Work on your stability. Connect with your soul tribe. That's all you need to worry about. All the fears of being stagnant, they're soon going to be alleviated. Trust. That's your reading, Libra. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Libra.